Hi everyone, my name is Sal Clandra. I'm a mechanic at Fleet Services. There's just a couple things that I want to go over just as a daily user. One thing we can go over with is the forks, the maintenance of the forks and the cleanliness. Depending on the seasons and the time of year, what happens is a lot of grime and dirt builds up on the slides and the forks, and it causes it issues from it sliding in and out. I think that is something the daily users need to really take a look at to not cause any issues down the road. Another thing I'd like to go over with everyone is the propane tank. So if we can come around to the back here, some common problems that we're having with the propane tanks. Check the operation of the valve itself. Make sure your hose is on tight. The other thing is make sure the propane is on properly. There's a dowel pin here and a hole on the tank, and that's where it should be lined up with. The other thing as well is check the operation of the gauge. There's been times where we've filled up the propane tank, but the gauge is still reading empty. Now these are things that we need to address and change the tank. If you're going to take the tank off, take it off, tag it out, and notify someone. That way we're just not recycling it back into the system and causing other problems and issues onto other units. Also, I'd like to come back to the driver's side, and I want to go through with a little bit of cleanliness inside the unit. What I'm finding here is a lot of the operators, there is tools and tape and rags and gloves, and it's everywhere, all around the seat, behind the seat. I find it is causing issues with the slides of the seat, and we're having slider issues. It's jamming underneath. The other issue we're having, it could cause, you could be driving the forklift and a roll of tape could roll off, jam under your brake pedal, and all of a sudden you need to come to a quick stop, and you can't because something is jammed underneath, and then you run into something. We have to really focus on cleanliness inside the cab itself. Also on some of the units, the hydraulic shifters are right beside the operator on the side here, and there could be a lot of debris that falls in between and beside the levers itself, and that could cause an issue as you're actuating one of the levers. It could get jammed, and all of a sudden it just takes off on you, goes all the way up, or it slams to the ground after. So I think that's one thing we really need to take a look at. Please clean up after yourself. That's one of my advice for the operators and all the drivers. And stay safe.